A few years later, you got 3 or 4 kids of your own. Along the road, you're still thinking, what do I do? How did I drop the ball? My son Muhammad is now called Mo. And my daughter Fatima is called Queen Latifah. And I'm thinking, this is the same son that I put everything in, and the same daughter that I actually purchased everything for. They wear the hijab in front of you. As soon as they leave the house, the hijab goes off, the makeup goes on, the perfume goes on, the high heels, the bling bling. Your son wears the thobe and the kufi. As soon as he goes out, they do the Jekyll and Hyde. Inside the masjid, he's like Abu Bakr. Outside the masjid, he's like Abu Jahl. They have a Facebook account, and your name is Muhammad Deen. Now his name is Diablo. Your own daughter, Fatima, she has another Facebook account. It's called Foxy Mama. And the hijab is off, man, and she's kissing the air in the corner. Will Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hold me accountable on Judgment Day for the son and the daughter that I have, that I lost control totally over? But you're still wondering, what happened?
Our Master, give us the gift, hablana, give us the gift that you didn't expect. Ya Allah, give us the unexpected, undeserved gift. What gift? Min azwajina wa dhurriyatina qurrata a'yun. From our wives and our husbands and our children, give us what makes our eyes so happy that it makes us cry.
So we're going to give you some practical examples. Build a bridge from the past for a better future, inshallah. And how you can be a practical parent. You'll find out, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, the key starts with you. And I usually talk to the brothers first. Weren't you the one that go and knock on the sister's door and ask for her hand in marriage? Wasn't she the fertile ground that you were told that you will plant the seed in? And then you get the fruit of that beautiful tree to be your children. So if you go back, you'll find out it's all about you, akhi. How were they raised? Oh, they were raised very well. French immersion school, private school. They drank tea, pinky up, posh posh, and they wore osh gosh bigosh, oh my gosh. Wallahi akhi, we're not asking you for this, we're asking for tarbiyah, habibi. Akun Quran and Sunnah. Get it? So you started your family. Alhamdulillah, congratulations. You're now a husband. You left the singlehood, you're in the hood. And going into parenting now because you get this bundle of joy that changes your life. You know why they're so special? Because before you had that, you were just called a husband or a wife. But after you have your child, you're called a father and a mother. But you remember the day your wife came to you and says, honey, I have some good news. Doctor told me I'm pregnant. So you prostrate to Allah, thank Him for the hibah. It's a gift He's given you. You start putting your hand on her tummy. Oh, I felt a kick. You start talking now. Picking names, picking colors, picking clothes, painting the wall. And now you're treating your wife like she holds the future of humanity in her womb. Don't move too much. Don't carry this. Let me get that for you. Your parents, the in-laws, I won't talk about politics. They treat her like a queen. Totally different now. Let me carry this for you. No, let me cook. I'll make dinner. I'll clean this. Don't worry, sit here. Put your feet up. Foot massage. No problems. So you won't forget the day. It's true. And you won't forget the day that your wife seen death with her own eyes, given your child birth. You won't forget the day that she actually looked at you for the first time and smiled. You won't forget the day that they looked at you and say, Baba or Mama. You won't forget the day they took the first step for the first time. You won't forget the day they actually went to school for the first time. You missed them already. You won't forget the day that they gone to college. Things go far. And then you wonder, what happened? So, practical examples now. First one, you need to bring your child with you to pray Fajr prayer. Take my son to the masjid, pray Fajr. Dude, I don't even pray Fajr. I'm just going to tell you, you need to change. That's all. And there's nothing worse than you lead them astray. Nothing worse, according to Hadith. Do not give a mixed message or the wrong message to your children. That your school or your swim team or your soccer practice is more important than Fajr prayer. So from now on, you need to get your child, at least when they get to 7, or they differentiate between boys and girls, to come to pray Fajr prayer with you in the masjid. They should grow in the masjid. Step number 2. When you come to the masjid for Fajr, or leave the masjid going home, you need to say Adhkar al-Sabah together now. So I don't know the Adhkar. Guess what, champ? You need to learn the Adhkar. We come to pray together. Alhamdulillah. We say the Adhkar together. Fantastic. What happens? You build the bond. And your wife will do the same thing at home. We pray Fajr together. Let's say the Adhkar. And then when you pick him from mass school, you say Adhkar al-Masa' together. It's now called the art of delegation. I need to give him homework. To do what? We need to have a family halaqah at home once a week. My son, you are going to teach us this verse next week. You have 1 week to prepare for it. My daughter, you're going to teach us what this hadith means and the lessons learned and the wisdom behind it. On top of that, you need to have deen and dunya, right? A beautiful combination. Moderation. So what are we going to do? No matter how many children I have, I need to have a special date with my son or special date with my daughter. I'm going to concentrate on one person at a time. What happens? After you have the date, you bond, then raise awareness. How, man? First thing is hikmah. Wisdom. You need to speak their language. Understand what they go through, the environment they're in. And when you obligate, you do it in the best way possible. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam what? If you were harsh-hearted, you were difficult with them, they would have fled away. You are the most important person in his life or her life. You have an S on your chest. So your child thinks the most important people to me, the one that you're supposed to protect me, the one that is supposed to nurture me, is telling me that I'm an idiot. I must be an idiot. I must be stupid. I am worthless. You just killed your child. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. So what are we going to do, man? We're going to change from now on. Honey, I love you. But your behavior is unacceptable. That's a major difference. You need to differentiate between the person and the action. From now on, it's not you. I love you, but your behavior is unacceptable. Major difference. And from here on in, you're going to say, Dr. Fulan, Engineer Fulan, Hafid Fulan, or Qari Fulan, or Alim Fulan, or Sheikh Fulan, or Lawyer Fulan, so and so. You're going to put it on their door. It's a major visual effect that will actually stick in their mind and heart and soul. You raise them such that they are successful. They're meaning something. They are worth a lot. They're the world to you. Now, as they grow, you need to use the 21 theory, which means the first 7 years, you nurture them. Give them all the TLC you want, all the tools they need. The second 7 years, you give them the rules and regulations, what to do, what not to do, what is halal and what is haram. The third 7 years, you befriend them. That's the teenage years. Because it's too late by then. Spend time with your children before you have to spend time with your children. You know where? In the hospital, in prison, in the rehab center, or in the morgue. Take your pick. Which one do you want? You know the story of the man that didn't see his son much? His son goes up to him after he came from work. He says, Dad, how much do you make an hour? He says, get away from me. The son goes to turn around in tears, walk away from his father. The father realizes he made a mistake. He goes back. Sorry, son, I make $10 an hour. The son goes up to him and says, here you go, Dad, I saved $10. Can I have 1 hour of your time? Career mom. I've seen this with my own eyes, by the way. Woman drops off her daughter in the daycare provider. By the way, they don't spend time with them. The whole day is at work. They go home, somebody else looks after them, cooks the food, nurse this, change that. And then she came to pick up her daughter at night after. Well, you know what happened to her daughter? Her daughter cried. Why do you think her daughter cried? Because she thinks that she's going away from her mother. She thinks the daycare provider is actually her mother. And this woman is taking her away from her mother. Don't be a career mom, ukhti.
This dua, our Master, give us the gift, hablana, give us the gift that you didn't expect. Ya Allah, give us the unexpected, undeserved gift. What gift? Min azwajina wa dhurriyatina qurrata a'yun. From our wives and our husbands and our children, give us what makes our eyes so happy that it makes us cry. It cools our eyes. You know what that means? It makes you so happy you want to cry. When you listen to your child recite Quran, then it makes you so happy you want to cry. When you look at your wife and how she's raising your children, it makes you so happy you want to cry. When she looks at the husband who wakes up his children for Fajr and takes them to the masjid, she wants to cry. She's so happy. Our husbands cry and our wives cry, but they don't cry because they're happy. We are asking Allah for tears of joy. We want to be so happy with our family. Your children should love, or they should run to you and hug you when you come home. That's the relationship you should have with your children. I'm talking to the fathers here. You cannot afford to be authorities over your children. You have to be friends and authorities with your children. The only one who will give them the love of Islam is you, and you will not be able to give it to them if you're only an authority, if you only yell at them and tell them what to do, but you're not their friend. If the fathers don't do this, we will lose this ummah. We will lose our next generation. I am telling you. I'm guaranteeing you. This is the dua. We are asking Allah to give us so much happiness from our wife and our husband and our children that it makes us want to cry out of joy. How will that happen? You cannot ask Allah for something and not make any effort yourself. When you're a good wife, your daughter will be a good wife. Wallahi, when you're a good husband, your son will be a good husband. And if you're not, then you will create bad families down in the future. And you will be the fault. You will be the reason. On Judgment Day, when I stand in front of Allah as an imam, they will be tied to me. And if I didn't do my job with them, and they made mistakes because of me, their mistakes will also cost me. I will be dragged down with them. But if I raised my children correctly, and I did good with them, and they went on to serve Allah's deen, and become good people, earn good deeds, then Allah raises them. And when He raises them, automatically, because I'm chained to them, He raises me. رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِنْ أَزْوَاجِنَا وَذُرِّيَّاتِنَا قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ